Vargas stands over it. Vargas sends it in. Hit it on and it's in! The goalkeeper has done it for Tigres! Noel Guzman has sent Tigres to the quarterfinals!
Olympia, they've never won a knockout round series. Pedro Trolio saying it would be one of the biggest achievements to leave in the club. And now it comes down to this for Olympia. It's Leveron to send Olympia to the quarterfinals, which he has done for the first time ever. Olympia to the quarterfinals of Champions League.
Now Flemings receiving it from Baquero. Flemings weaving in and out. Oh, this would be special! Oh, what a goal from Flemings! Dancing through defenders, and he makes it 3. Nelson cutting in field. Back for Ricardo Pepi. Pepi going for goal! Ricardo Pepi! He's given North Texas the moment, and will it be enough to put them into the final? Asante will get on the end of this. The cross coming in all the way through Flemings. Oh, the shot was blocked. Here's Asante again. Dadashov 2-1. Phoenix from 1-0 down to 2-1 up. It's Asante to Dadashov again. Tyberson. He'll cut in field. He'll go for goal again. What a strike for RGV. They equalize in stoppage time. Bergen to send it in. It's headed away, couldn't get by the first man. Bermudez might come away with it, and he does! And there's nobody in goal! Greenville are going to score, and they're going to the playoffs! Todd Wharton, an in-swinger. Well, he'll play this towards the top of the box and then get it right back. Up towards the back post. This was played well by St. Louis. It's knocked in. It's the opening goal. Straight off the training ground. Tyler Blackwood opens the scoring. Pirano all the way into the box. It's Christian Pirano for San Antonio. Just over 2 minutes in, the young player of the year from 2019, picking up right where he left off. 1-0 to San Antonio. Well, we've saved the best for last on this USL Championship Saturday night. It's Phoenix Rising, it's New Mexico United. Need we say more? It's all presented by Equality Health. Casino Arizona Field is the site here in Scottsdale, Arizona. With Devin Kerr, I'm Josh Eastern. We are very much looking forward to this rivalry matchup. And speaking of a rivalry, there's not much history, it's just 1 year. But when you go back to 2019, boy, did we have some cracking games.
It is time to crown a champion in USL League One. Tonight from Toyota Stadium here in Frisco, Texas. It's North Texas Soccer Club and it's Greenville Triumph Soccer Club. It's the USL League One final here on ESPN+. Excited to have you with us here tonight. It's the top seed and the regular season champions North Texas Soccer Club against John Harkes' Greenville Triumph tonight. And they will try to go on the road and win 2 straight games, because as we go back to the semifinals, it was Greenville going on the road through Chris Bermudez getting that 1-0 victory over Lansing Ignite. And on the other side, Ricardo Pepi scoring a brace within about 2 minutes to get that 2-0 win over Ford Madison. So as we welcome you in here tonight, Josh Eastern alongside Devin Kerr, really looking forward to this matchup here tonight. It's the league's best offense and it's the league's best defense.
In Miami, we talked with Coach Nelson Vargas this week, and he said it's just hard to replicate that rhythm, that tempo you want during training, saying we need more games under our belts. Well, the games are going to start coming a little bit quicker for Miami FC. Their next game will actually be next Sunday in Tampa Bay. So these teams will see each other pretty quickly. Squeezed in between those 2 games is a game for Tampa Bay against Atlanta United 2. Here's a look at Nelson Vargas, who's been on both sides of this rivalry, as we mentioned earlier, with the Fusion and the Mutiny. His first season here as head coach for Miami FC.
Josh, you'd rather be a coach with that many games in front of you and be able to go after this thing, or would you rather have points in the bag and have somebody else chase you?
I don't know. There's pros and cons to both. I feel like, though, I'd rather have played these games already because there's more pressure on you to get those results. Points are on the board already for those other teams. For Miami, they have to go get those points.
I share the same sentiments, and I think it rings even more true now because of the shortened season and the fact that you don't have the luxury of, 4 extra matches, come the end of the season. 34 matches, I could see the argument being a bit more lopsided if, you're sitting on 28, someone's on 31, maybe you've got 3 in the bag, but you're playing a lot better, and over the past 6-7 matches, you look better. This is basically coming off a second preseason. Much harder to get the results right away.
There is something to be said about peaking at the right time. While it might be hard to get in the rhythm now, if you get in a rhythm at the end of the season, then are able to get one of those top 2 spots, get into the playoffs, and you might be looking pretty good. As Roseboom commits the foul there on Murphy. And the captain will go into the book, the first yellow card of the match.
It's got to be. Forces the referee's hand. Great turn here. Kyle Murphy, just a little flick. He's got the space out on the wing, space in behind. Lance Roseboom willing to step. Like the way that they're using him, though. Yeah, he ends up on the wrong side of this, but they're allowing him to step up into the middle and assume the distribution cap. Of course, central midfielder by trade, moving on to that back line. He's done well for himself. Just watch the positioning, though. He has got caught a few times. There was the turn down in the quarter by Guenzati, and just now against Kyle Murphy. Watch how that shift comes when he does step up into the middle, and also, can you capitalize on the space if you're a Rowdies player when it does open up?
Should mention all replays brought to you by Unanivo Deportes Radio 990 AM, your home for the latest news in South Florida sports. Long ball over the top. Roseboom, Murphy go up for it, and Pace take this with just one hand. Here's Dahlgaard. Cutting in field. Big, heavy challenge there right at the top of the box, and down for another goal kick. So there's some blood there on Kyle Murphy's left elbow. An opportunity for Mark Pace. Gets the start tonight in favor of Brian Silvestre. Only played 2 games for Fresno in 2018. 44 career appearances in the USL Championship. St. Louis native finds him here in Miami.
Lest we forget that Greg Vanny did get his hands on him in Toronto for a little bit of time.
Maybe opening up here for Tampa Bay. Guenzati, and it's 1-0. Just like that for Tampa Bay. And they take the lead here in Miami. Well, we said there'd be fireworks. How about that? About 5 minutes in. It's Romeo Parks. He slots in because of Devin Sandoval. He's not included, and there is a giveaway. Here's Chris Weehan. Trying to set something up. And Moreno just puts this out of play. How about that for a start for New Mexico United? I always say goals change games, but this early in a match, I mean, especially with this heavyweight of a battle, boy, this really sets the tone for a fun 85 minutes. That's still a long time.
Still pretty scary that they've never scored the opening goal, Rising. Now you're starting to get a much better look at what this is going to look like. Juan Pablo, Guzman, and Andrew Tenari in the midfield. Salih Muhammad basically pinching in to create a midfield 3 next to him. And what you're going to get is Josh Suggs pushing much higher, taking chances. They are going with 4, but he will gamble over there. You have the coverage with Kalen Ryden, and it all comes down to how much press you're going to get. Alessandro Menasante, John Baccaro, Sam Stanton, when they do start to step. It'll be intermittent at times. A lot of pressure will be coming, but it's calculated for sure. Moreno goes out to the right midfielder spot, and what a ball that he plays in to Romeo Parks, by the way. Does half the legwork. Just has the perfect understanding of what his surrounding is. Look at the goalkeeper, quick up touch over the top, and we're out in front.
There's Guzman in the middle. We talked with Troy Lesane this week. He says they are hyper aware of conceding from winning spots. Now, of course, there's still 80 some odd minutes to play, but we'll see how that shakes out. Here's Parks again, the goal scorer. Crossing into the middle. It was a deflection that takes it out for a corner kick. New Mexico United, they look like they're firing out of the gates here in the early going. All corner kicks brought to you by Carvana. It's Chris Wehan. Oh, Suggs crashing in there. He just couldn't time that correctly. He'll send it in again. The header just high. It was Ryden getting up for it.
We've seen some success at this field before. Ryden, of course, coming over from our 2019 championship winning squad, Real Monarchs. Integral piece to that back line on their run to the title. What a luxury you are if you're Troy Lesane to be able to move Kalen Ryden into the 4, into the 3. Push and pull this any which way because he is so understanding of what's being asked of him in the system around.
Fleming's in space. Slight mistouch. It's still Fleming's. Lost his footing. Now New Mexico can look upfield. Well, how jarring can an early goal, especially in the fashion that it came, be for Phoenix tonight?
A goal in general is one thing, but when you've done it time and time again against an opponent, the mental defeat is what really starts to take its toll. Now, knowing the professionals that are on Phoenix Rising, I don't see that happening. However, you start to dig deep down into your soul and you kind of go, really? Again? And a lot of these guys, Josh, were on the field last year. Understand that obviously Dadashov wasn't, but John Baquero, Lambert, Asante, Flemings. There's 4 of your front 6. Zach Lubin, of course. And they understand exactly what's at stake here. And it's easy to look at the points, the standings. But I promise you, and I talked about this on a couple outlets, pride and honor are what this is going to come down to. You will see different gears start to kick in when this game starts to stretch itself. You have to ask yourself as an individual, what are you willing to do to chase this and go get a victory? We're nowhere near that at this point in time. Your Phoenix Rising, 10 minutes in, settle down. New Mexico United, stick to what you've been doing well.
Well, you say, oh no, again, but to the same point, Phoenix has come back each and every time. They've gotten something out of those results. Obviously, not the 3 points they want.
How many times do you want to play that gamble, though?
Oh, I don't want to play that.
4th time in a row you've now come from, you're going to have to come from behind, I would say. They've gotten fortunate multiple times in previous games, and it's really that one opponent, outside of the Monarchs, getting the back-to-back results at the end of the season last year, that have really had Phoenix's number.
Here's Dadashov, Sante on the right, Fleming's on the left. Here's Fleming's back to his right, and a big block comes in, and this will go out of play. Not sure if it's going to be a corner or a throw, and nonetheless it'll be for Phoenix. Dadashov had a lot of options there.
Late challenge here on Junior Flemings on the slide back in, right as he hits this tail end of it. Watch Guzman coming all the way through, studs up. Hard for a referee to point to the spot here. Shot's already off, not causing an infraction on the play. Seen less for sure, but the better route probably was Solomon Asante on the back post run.
It was a corner kick. Here's Asante again. Low cross comes in. It's cleared away. Well, a celebratory mood there in Frisco, Texas, and it comes to close this inaugural USL League One season. What are your kind of final takeaways from tonight and this whole season?
It's a lot to take in, isn't it?
Yeah.
I just look at those young men and their ability. This is something that winning a championship like this, you're going to keep it with you for the rest of your life. And to have the opportunity to be a part of it, I'm honestly humbled, and it was great to share the stage with you as well, good partner.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. This was absolutely fun, but I would also be remiss if I didn't mention a couple others. Ryan Rose, Jake McCluskey, Chris Makoviak. They have been with League One from day one. They have brought you tons of games, and it took a pretty big army here to bring you this entire season. So that is going to do it tonight for our inaugural USL League One final. What a night it was here in Frisco, Texas. Greenville Triumph, well, they couldn't find a triumph here on the road. Instead, it's North Texas Soccer Club. They are your USL League One champions. For our entire crew, Devin Curry and Kelsey Steele, I am Josh Eastern saying so long from Frisco, Texas. The USL League One season has come to a close.
We knew it'd be a heavyweight battle, and boy, did we get some punches thrown each way, but Phoenix Rising gets the knockout blow in the end, the first win in this series between these two sides. That's going to do it tonight for our entire crew. Broadcast partner Devin Kerr, I'm Josh Eastern, saying so long from Casino Arizona Field.